Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox, and this time from outside in the garden. As you can see, what a grey, old, horrible day it is. But the reason is I've got someone actually in the house doing some work at the moment, and they're very loud with the machine. Should only take them a little while, so normal service will be resumed. But until then, I just thought I'd do a quick one, because they have released the Unionist list for the year. And this is the people that have done the most to maintain the Union. Now, I'm not going to go in any particular order, but basically, if you go in the order that I'm telling them, they're the lower ones, going up to number one. So there's 20 on the list. We're not going to do all 20. We've got maybe 7 or 8 of them that are certainly worth honourable mentions before we get to who do you think will be number one. Well, of course, at around a 7 or 8, I think he was Alistair Jack, a man who has frustrated the SNP at every turn possible. And man who called the Section 35 on the GRR. So well done to him. Then Mercurius, he's in there, and of course for his tireless efforts in highlighting the basically ridiculousness of the SNP and their cause. And I think at number 5 was Humza Yousaf himself, but I don't think anyone will be surprised at that. Everything he's done has strengthened the Unionist turn. It's a mixture of incompetence and stupidity is always going to result in people going, thanks, but no thanks. Let me start moving into a couple of weird ones, because they're sort of ones you wouldn't naturally think about. And that's Charles and Eddie. I mean, Charles and Camilla. Because you don't think of them doing it, but in actual fact, they've proved themselves since the coronation to be more than capable and quite popular. And indeed, when you're getting nationalists going down, people who call for the dissolution of the monarchy, and they're actually turning up and fawning over him, you've got to think, well, that's a fairly good start. But we get into the top sort of 3 now, and these are all, I think, worthy people. So these are the top 3 on the nationalist list, and we're going in at 3, indeed, like that, top, top of the hit parade, as it were. But anyway, in at 3 is Dr. Lisa Cameron, whose crossing of the floor basically eviscerated the SNP, showed them up for being the god-awful people they are, the bullies, the people who side with the bad boys and do nothing for victims and things like that. So well done, Lisa, in at 3 there. In second place is Lord Reed of Alamure, also known as Lord Nat Smasher, for it was he, of course, who made the announcement that Sturgeon's race for Indy Ref 2 was not within the powers of the Scottish Government. And so the Supreme Court ruled that that was the case, and well done to him. And that utterly destroyed their cause, of course, because it meant that she declared it for October the 19th, and it was never going to happen. But at number 1, the one person who's done the most for the Union in the last year is, by her very resignation, of course, who do you think? Our friend, your friend and mine, the most wonderful leaderine, Nicola Bloody Sturgeon, a woman who, with every turn, has destroyed everything that the Nats have stood for the last 100 years. She's turned them into a party of hate, a party of ridicule, a party so riven with destructive tendencies. Bully boys, booted bully boys, going around smashing and hating, dividing the country. No one can back her, and she has done the very best thing she could ever do, and that is to remain as leader for as long as she did. Well done, Nicola. Thank you. The Union thanks you. We all thank you. Now we just wait for the police to arrest you and throw you in prison for the rest of your life, you nasty bit of work. Anyway, there we go. Thank you very much for watching, and normal service will be resumed soon. You can probably hear the machinery in the background. Anyway, bye.